Hello, everyone. Melvina Germain, Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and we are here for week 23 poetry. And guess what? I have my cup of tea. Yes, I do. Do you see what it says? Love is love. Yes, it is. True love, no one can take away from you. Love is love. Okay, time for a sip of tea. Join me, please. Yeah, it's lemon ginger again. And you know I love lemon ginger. I have a new tea that I bought this week and I tried it and it's dandelion tea and oh my, beautiful. But I sure did sleep, let me tell you. It's a tea that helps me sleep. I really didn't need that, but it lets me sleep. Anyway, poetry. I have a lot to share. I just finished sharing a beautiful poem I wrote for my granddaughter and for her birthday, 11th birthday coming up. However, won't be sharing that for a while. Let's see what we have here. Put my glasses on and look what we have. Oh, an assortment of poetry, yes. What shall I start with? I see the first one here says Howling Within. I have not placed these in order. Just as they come, we'll see. I'll start, and then when I think I've read enough, we'll move on and come up next week. Okay, Howling Within. It says this poem in progress. I don't think so. I think it's finished. Dust escapes thy weary feet, sweeping particles fierce and hard. Yonder fire lines the landscape, illuminating Earth's wicked stage of stars. Soon its trial will find me kneeling, tears growing, long with pain revealing. My voice echoes in the dead of night, shadows beckon in faded sight. Angered tongues beget me, taking arms, growing wings. I heard the ghostly voices screaming, hurling darkness through the wind, and the misconception of a blessing never found a place to begin. Sheep, yes, sheep laid low, face down a cowering, hunchmen near, pestering death, and though the outcome lays in rest, whimpering wimps applaud thee not. You failed life's harrowing test, and that psychopathic master, that annoying figure at the helm, yells loud to overwhelm, slinging daggers to and fro, boisterous bellowing sounds. New pain grows and grows. Howling wolves pierce our atmosphere, screeching loud. Old caves to thee abound. Sour berries, bitter taste. No worries of the crown. Death's closeness covered ye cold. Thoughts grew a mountain high. Do you dare be so bold beneath life's treacherous cosmic sky? I no longer frolic happy and bright. I cannot sing a romantic song. Day or night, shall I cover thyself with scripture and hope Jesus comes along? Must I say farewell, goodbye, as I point my finger towards the sky? 2 words I have to offer. 2 words like a sailor's blues. I give thee words in abundance to the bleeding likes of you. That poem was written April 15th, 2017. Whatever it means to you. So, what shall we read next? I have a poem here called, just happened to be sitting right under that one, Embracing You. Rummaging through sifted thoughts, carrying a torch for a spectacle housed in the shell of a human. Loss of self-respect, loss of financial stability and security spilled down the drain. You find yourself crippled as a spider sewn within its web, screaming for freedom. And as the truth unfolds, you stand accountable for a fraction of the outcome of the inevitable. A relationship doomed from its beginning and read so blatantly to its end, you lost nothing, not a lover, not a friend, for evil shared your bed. Self-respect was not lost, just stored in the closet of knowledge, waiting to be reclaimed. Financial stability can be rebuilt again. Security will soon find its rightful place when you place your trust in the Creator and stop looking for solace in the face of man. You will then find yourself on a higher plane, basking in the warmth of love, found in the palm of God's hand. Be careful what you wish for, and know what your prayers mean. Believe little of what you're told, and less of what you've seen. We sometimes view the image of what our minds proclaim, and listen to those con artists who love to play mind games. Yes, indeed. I see someone is trying to call me. At least it's not ringing, so that's a good sign. Let's put decline on there, shall we? There, I'm back. Another one here called Sea of Black. Ignored, overlooked, tossed aside while ravenous heathens pillage through. Damnation scarce in a murderous rage, and silence becomes an enemy who joins the throng. Oh, we can kill without lifting a finger or pulling triggers. We can create wounds without swords, watching blood spill like rain. Blacks killing blacks. No alarm bell rings, no choir sings, but victorious dwellers on towers stand as their heart song unfolds beneath them. Let the rage of fools build bodies high, and that sea of black not be denied. In truth, a genocide moves slowly along, and higher hands celebrate strong. Drifting winds, blood stench, raw fields, trampled bodies in pieces revealed. Hell's angels begat such pain. Plunging souls loudly scream. Together once we shared one dream. Think about that one. You could listen to it again and again. It does tell a great story. Truthful story. Sea of Black. Now here's one called Fate Worse Than Death. Let me see how long this is. I'm not sure I want to read this one. I'm going to read it. Fate Worse Than Death. I could have left this one as a single poem, but no, you know what? I'll read this as a single poem, yes. I'll put that aside and read that a little bit later as a single poem. Shall we have a sip of our tea? Love is love. Oh my. Here's a very short poem. As a matter of fact, it's 3, 6, 7, 8. 8 lines. Death finds me. Death finds me. Invisible arms surround me. Whispers I hear as angels joyously appear. My breath dissipates. No pain left to feel. I'm softly stepping on a cloud on the other side of God's field. I think that's a beautiful little poem. Beautiful little poem. Okay, these are finished now. Shall we move on? Yes, we shall. There's another one I think I'm going to leave. Definitely I'm going to leave this one as a single poem, and I'll read that in a little while as a single. Still, it will be involved in week 23 poetry, where you've come to join me with tea. Watch the raven die. What does that mean? That trepidatious illusion, daring to know, standing room only in my mind, I'm raring to ride that train of confusion. As I stand alone in a state of delusion, I'm not a coward. No, no, not me, but I feel your feathers slight upon my cheek, while fearing the oncoming of insanity. You've taken my heart, squeezed it dry, ravished my soul as it screamed helplessly toward God's sky. Look beyond turmoil, watch my arm emerge from sin. Perhaps we'll dance that ravenous dance. Blackbirds circulate again and again, hanging low in a splendapidant trance, with our bodies burning in flames. Let it not be too late to find that treasure you're looking for. Golden thighs, roaming eyes, open wide that once closed door. Catch me, touch me, want me, take me. A trip no one can imagine. Singe be my flesh as it burns longing for you. Fever, 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 higher than a raven can fly. Perhaps death is the answer. So what? Watch me die. Oh, you are right. That was quite the poem, wasn't it? Okay. Here's one called Let It Go. I think of this as great advice. There are people who can walk away from you. I think I have to actually take this one out of the folder. It's not just this slow. It's long. It's longer than I thought, actually. So we'll take that out of the folder. Let it go. There are people who can walk away from you. And hear me when I tell you this. When people can walk away from you, let them walk. I don't want you to try to talk another person into staying with you, loving you, calling you, caring about you, coming to see you, staying attached to you. I mean, hang up the phone. Your destiny is never tied to anybody. You are in charge of your own destiny. People leave you because they are not joined to you. If they are not joined to you, you can't make them stay. Let them go. It doesn't mean that they are bad people. It just means that their part in the story is over. You've got to know when people part in your story is over so that you don't keep trying to raise the dead. You've got to know when it's dead. Let me tell you something. I've got the gift of goodbye. It's the 10th spiritual gift. I believe in goodbye. It's not that I'm hateful. It's not that I'm faithful. And I know whatever God means for me to have, He'll give it to me. And if it takes too much sweat, I don't need it. Stop begging people to stay. Let them go. If you are holding on to something that doesn't belong to you and was never intended for your life, then you need to let it go. If you are holding on to past hurts and pains, let them go. If someone can't treat you right, love you back, and see your worth, let them go. If someone has angered you, let it go. If you are holding on to some thoughts of evil and revenge, let it go. If you are involved in a wrong relationship or addiction, you must let it go. If you are holding on to a job that no longer meets your needs or talents, let it go. If you have a bad attitude, let it go. If you are judging others to make yourself feel better, let it go. Know when to let it go. You must let it go. Okay, that finishes Let It Go. There's definitely a message there. Okay, what do we have over here? This could actually go as part of Let It Go. Let me read this to you. It takes a great process to grow something beautiful, people. You need to renovate your mind and cultivate it to bring you to where you need to be, so it can take you to where you need to go. Do the things that make you happy. Look at old pictures in your family album, the black and whites. Listen to your favorite music, which is food for the soul. Listen to uplifting spiritual preachers. T.D. Jakes, for one, he's fantastic. Listen to the soothing sound of water. Smell some beautiful scented candles. Enjoy Mother Nature. Take long walks and deep breaths. This is what I call natural medication. Empower yourself. It works. Then it says, don't be stuck. Okay, I know what happened there. I love this part, but it actually belongs to a different poem, which I will be reading today as a single. But anyway, you have that. You have those words now. Let them simmer within your mind. How I love thee, beauty. I'm going to read this poem, and I'm going to say, that's it for week 23, and then I'm going to go forward and read my singles and do some TikTok poetry today as well. How I love thee, beauty. How I love thee, beauty, from heaven to earth. You soothe me and please me as I nurture your birth. You are that picture of perfection that stares me in the face, the arch of a rainbow that covers me with grace. You ride the waves of the ocean and soar the azure, tranquil sky, tinting the valleys and mountains as your feathered friends gloriously fly by. You are the butterfly who sits daintily on the maple leaf and spread your wings so elegantly. Rise in the east, settle in the west, wave to the north, and sleep in the south. Oh, my beauty, you embrace the sun and dance in the wind with such delight. You are the sweet good night and the soft breath that morning brings, swaying so gently to the sweet songs you sing. The morning violin, the evening drums, the wonderful sound the guitar strums. I stand in awe, as I have many reasons. You are seen in every season, in the oncoming of spring, when buds begin to show, in the warmth of a summer's night, when lovers walk the shore, when rustic autumn leaves flow gently to the earth, and when a winter's blanket covers all its worth. Beauty is infinite and lasts an eternity. With every moment we breathe, beauty spreads her seeds. How I love thee, beauty! I want the world, the whole world to know. I'm embraced within your arms, and I feel your endless love as I'm showered from the heavens and the good Lord above. How I love thee, beauty. Oh, I love that, reading that beautiful poem. I really enjoyed it. And I'm going to take another sip, that final sip for this week of poetry. Cheers to you. Thank you all for coming and listening to my poetry again today. I really appreciate it. I love your presence here. God bless you all. See you next week.